Must be very nice.
No, I'm trying to do home workouts. I found a hack. Are we rolling? I found a hack, by the way. I feel like, going to the gym would give me so much anxiety because I'm like such a social anxiety person.
Yeah.
And also because I do know that my form is absolutely terrible. And I've been at a place where my form has been great. So I found a hack. I'm like, you can actually do body weight exercises, especially for me. Let me talk about myself because I lose weight as quick as I gain it. So I can do body weight exercises at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to like incorporate that in the beginning, like just 30 minutes in my own house where I'm comfortable.
Have you been doing it?
I'm waiting for my mother to leave.
Is your mother the excuse we're using?
Yeah, because trust me, I don't sleep because we're literally kicking until like 11 p.m. By the time I, start unwinding all of that information overload, it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So I can't wake up because ideally I want to be like sleeping by midnight, waking up by like 7, work out until like 7:30, do a yoga. And, you got to start the day with a little split.
Okay.
For motivation.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's an
But
excuse.
It's not an excuse.
I know I'm making excuses for the fact that I'm not working out. I haven't worked out for like 2 months. But I'm also the fact that I keep saying I'm fine because I've lost weight and I'm like fitting into clothes that never used to fit me is not great. Because now I don't want to get into that comfort zone, but I don't think I'm going to get there because we're not going back there.
I don't think you will.
I'm trying to have the fattest ass in December. I'm going to have the like flat. No, I'm not going to have the flattest tummy because I know y'all niggas like to play around with that shit. Look at Byron smiling. Where's your mic, Byron?
Oh my God. You sly man.
So sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you.
As you go get your mic. Welcome back to another episode of Double-Sided Tape. We're back, just the two of us, myself, Ashley.
Just the two of us. I am Nimrat, and this is episode 32.
God damn, we're moving fast.
32.
We're moving so
We
fast.
started in December.
Oh, yeah.
And Something Fishy still remains the most popular episode.
Is it?
Yes.
And it doesn't even have visuals.
Imagine.
That's wild.
I don't understand what it is, but
we need
go
to
check it out.
re-listen to that episode, actually, because why is it still
I don't know.
the highest listened to?
I have no idea.
Oh, wow. But if you're watching this and you didn't watch last weekend's episode, go check it out. We had a very lovely guest. She was called Leah. We had a little sippy drink, okay, which was really fun. If you want to see more of that content, let us know. If you want more guests on the show, let us know.
And who you want on the show.
Yeah. Also, guys really loved her. Like, her vibe really blended with us.
It did. It felt like she was kind of like part of the pod for a while.
Might as well just bring... Anyway.
We make decisions on this podcast live, by the way. Every single decision that you have seen, anything, any change, imagine there is evidence. Go back to old episodes.
Do we ever follow up on it, though?
Sometimes we do. For example, this pod. Let me challenge you. When we started, the first episode we recorded, we're like, let's just go shoot a pilot and we see how it goes. And then we heard it and we're like, let's post it.
It's us?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Even with the visuals. Remember we said literally on this podcast that we will have our visuals by like episode and then we had it. So I think we followed through in most of it.
The only thing that was late, we said our first guest was going to come in episode 20.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. But, 10 episodes later, we had a guest. So 11
So
episodes.
go check out the episode. Let us know what you think. In fact, if you go check out our Instagram, since we're doing the plugging, Kubali too, go onto Instagram and check it out because we'll be posting some recipes there. We don't cook, but we can drink. Just kidding.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
What are you looking at?
Work is just like...
Work. Yo, my workplace. Oh, you wanna go?
No.
Oh, you can go. Let me go.
Go.
My workplace, we got a new... I think I'm going to call her Queen of the South. No.
Bleep that out. Oops.
Yeah, our new Queen of the South. Although she's not Queen of the South. If Queen of the South was like...
Indian?
Not even Indian. Bottom tier. That's the one. Girl, damn, let me tell you what she did, okay?
My God.
I'm sitting, I'm chilling. I got my headphones on. And you know, when you barge in, like you can be caught in the act of whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you can't see someone coming in because people just barge in. So I'm there with my headphones, literally working, you know, having a good time. Girl barges in. Week 1, by the way. Week 1. Freshman. I mean, yeah. She barges in and she goes like, no smoking in the studio. And I'm like, I looked up, I looked down, and I'm like, I got no smokes on me. And then I'm like, if you'd like, you can go ahead. And then she goes like, here's what she did wrong. She told me, and this was me being really polite, you know, smiling and everything. She goes like, relax. I smoke too. And I'm like, okay.
Son of my
So then
business.
then you know what I did? Then I got pissed off. You're telling me relax. Unani kujia. I'm just trying to do my job. So she goes like, I looked at her and I looked up and I told her, can you look up? She looked up. I'm like, honey, there is a smoke detector. Common sense, 0. And this is what I say. You need to be you could be the most experienced person in the industry, but if your common sense it's 0, I'm going to disrespect you. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Like,
not the disrespect.
no, because it's true. Because this person has been here for 15 years before I got here, by the way. No, maybe less than 15.
Yeah.
And then they left and then they've come back. And they used to be on air as well. So they've spent time in that room. And if you know, anything that triggers a smoke alarm will trigger it across the board.
Yeah.
So do you think so who is stupid here?
Was
me or
she
you?
trying to be funny with you?
No. She came in like, I'm the boss and this is what you need to do. And the whole time I was being polite until she told me that. She told me to relax. And I'm like, girl, there's a smoke detector. I looked at her like, are you stupid? This is the face I had. Like, there's a smoke detector. And then she got pissed and then she barged off. And I'm like, unani tafuta ya nini, bro?
Are you guys still beefing? Is she still looking for you?
No, because I told her off.
Oh?
I indirectly just said that because she was asking me about my previous experience once she left. Because when she left, I joined into the breakfast. And she's asking me, oh, how was your experience? And I said, okay, it was the worst experience of my life because I was young and people think or thought they could take advantage of me. And they did. They played out my anxiety. I had a really rough time. She goes like, yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm like, by the way, I'm older now, so I'm not going to tolerate anyone stepping on my toes.
Come on.
So I indirectly like told her, not me.
Do you feel
Not
like both
me.
of you went at each other from the get-go?
But like, I feel like it's the approach. Like me, I'm chilling. When you've come, I'm like, hey, what's up? I even called her, but I even gave her a special nickname so that we are boys, you know?
Oh, cute. I don't
Yeah.
even have a special nickname.
See, I was trying. But then once you just do, and then, you know, Mercury is like in retrograde right now.
Let's talk about that as well. You're telling me about how the lines are not aligning. Like Mercury, Jupiter, everything.
The fucking
me.
planets.
Like nothing is in retrograde.
Retrograde.
Everything is in retrograde. What?
In Gatorade. We usually say
Explain.
Gatorade. I just, if I'm not wrong, astrology babes, don't come for me, but I do know that Mercury is definitely in retrograde and Venus and 2 other planets. I'm not sure which 2. I think Mars. But anyway, if you have Mercury retrograde in itself is just annoying whenever it comes through. And now you have Venus in retrograde, meaning your love life, honey. Your love life is either gonna experience things that you've never experienced before. Maybe it's a breakup. Maybe it will strengthen. Maybe you'll meet somebody new.
What if there's
Or
nobody in
your
your
ex.
life? No, thanks. I'm good with the puppies I have.
But yeah, stuff is in retrograde. And I also feel like my mental balance is so off right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my creative juice is 0. I actually need like 24 hours to myself. I haven't had that since January.
Go on a staycation.
That's the thing. I got the no time, but I'm trying to. Maybe like next week.
Make some time for yourself.
Yeah, I need to, bro.
Yeah, take
Because
a
like, I don't
one
want to
day.
pick up calls. I don't want to see my phone. I don't want to be on social media for a whole 24 hours.
Take time off of work, like just one day, and maybe on a Friday or whatever. Oh damn, we shoot on Fridays. Are we saying we're not recording next week?
No, I
We'll
always like
see.
recording. The podcast actually doesn't feel like work to me. That's the thing.
That's true. But yeah, take a Saturday or a Friday, just do absolutely nothing. Go to a hotel or to like an Airbnb or some shit. Also, paydays next week. Whoop!
Also,
Thank
if you're
God,
a hotel,
so I'm employed. No, I'm joking. If my boss is watching this, I love my job. I really do. I actually enjoy what I like. I just don't like some people who are involved in it.
Of course,
they're pissing me off.
you'll never find a place of work where someone won't piss you off.
No, actually, I don't mind them. It's just this one specific project. Firstly, my week has been in shambles. Like, my deadlines have been absurd. Also, I feel like it's such a bad notion that people have. Like, the job I have, they're just like, yeah, you can do that in a couple of minutes. Do you know how much creative energy you need? Do you know how much creative thought goes into it? Even just the strategy that goes, like, bro, I gotta use my brain. It takes at least 2 to 3 days for me to come up with these things and actually have rationales for them. Anyway, point is, this one specific person, okay, I'll say that. All my other ones have been approved. Everything has gone great. We've gotten accounts because of my great strategies and whatnot. Like, we're prospering here, okay? We're highly prospering, and I'm so happy about it, even if I've been stupidly stressed. But anyway, everybody's been happy with my work except for this one person. We do a meeting on Wednesday. A meeting is like an internal review. So in the internal review, everybody goes like, "Oh, we love the individuals that you picked. It's nobody that would have picked initially. They're very different, and they also give the basically based on the brief, they match the brief even as personalities." I'm like, perfect, great. Any changes to make? No, we're good to go. Maybe just add this individual and this individual. Perfect. Now this specific individual starts giving me nitty-gritties that I need to add. I'm like, okay. I explain, if you look at the rationale that I've given for each individual and the strategy that I've given, the way they're going to execute and whatnot, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I've kind of encapsulated everything in one.
Like
I'm not
profiled.
I'm not trying to make it too wordy because people don't like reading a lot of shit, honestly speaking. I personally don't read a lot of shit. If you send me a brief with a lot of wordings, I'm going to look at it, I'm going to dilly-dally, and then eventually I'm going to get the summary.
In school, like, everyone writes those long-ass briefs.
I don't want a long brief. I'm not trying to make people read things 10 times so that they can understand. Nice, catchy, snappy, encapsulates everything in one. Great visuals, etc. We have stats, we have everything. Now, coming back, I'm being told you haven't done any of that. Now, I'm just the text that I've just gotten, the teams that I've just gotten is talking about, should we be talking about work like this? Anyway, is talking about how the individuals are not right. So I'm confused. I'm like, what do you mean the individuals are not right? Am I the
No.
I'm so confused. But you know what? Work does that to you sometimes where you just
I feel like just in that general context, especially in the creative industry, whether you are creating briefs or if you're like, partially influencing like myself, when people give you some kind of deliverables, they don't understand that sometimes you need time to conceptualize for you to reach the optimum. And if you want the optimum, that's the thing with creatives. It's not like accounting, where the numbers are factual, that 10 plus 10 will always be 20 and it wouldn't change. With creatives, people need to understand that there is a deeper process that goes behind coming up with these ideas. And it takes time. They're just not like up our sleeve, again, like accounts or straightforward jobs. Because I find it annoying, especially when it comes to from fellow creatives, like those people now who take leadership positions, but they've been through what you've been through. And I'm like, the least you should know is how the creative process works. You can't force it. And I also think I want to boil it down to creatives as well, because since I'm feeling burnt out, last year that would bother me so much.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't have content. My, things are going to go south. But now I'm okay with it because you have to realize you can't be always creative. You can't always think about content. And the more you chase after it when you're stressed, it's gonna run away from you.
The farther it goes.
Yeah.
But now, like with this specific situation, like after doing great in all the other
Briefs,
proposals
yeah.
I've done, with this specific one, I'm just like, did I actually not get the brief? Like, because I wouldn't lie, my mind has been mashed. Like the deliverables that I've had were immense, and the timelines were crazy as well. But I'm just like, did I not understand the brief? Now I'm questioning myself. My imposter syndrome is kicking in as well, which I think is not the greatest thing to do, because you're being told it's great on one side, and then you're being told you have not understood the brief. So it's just,
especially when it's like one person doing it, it kind of messes with your head.
Oh yeah, it does.
Because if it's a majority of people saying it's wrong, then you actually believe that, okay, you can do better. It's
for sure.
It's more encouraging. But if everyone's okay with it and then there's this one person who's doing it, it kind of makes you question.
I'm facing a little dilemma.
It's gonna be okay. Don't worry.
I'm still looking for a sugar daddy, but I still love my job. Actually, I genuinely love what I do. I won't even lie about that.
Of course.
Like creating strategies and
Yeah.
seeing them coming to life, mainly the execution part. Like I love that shit.
I've always wanted to do that. Whenever I see you do it, and like like the stuff that in the previous like your jobs, when you've like kind of told us about it, I feel like, ooh, this is so
exciting.
interesting. It's so and that's
When
why I did PR, because I really wanted to get into agencies and do ads and create advertisements,
Honestly,
create campaigns.
I will not recommend agency for anyone. But I mean, the agency that I'm in right now is not like, it's really dope.
It's one of
Honestly,
it's the great like good agency.
yeah, it's a good agency. The
management's great.
The management is great. My
Yeah.
bosses are great as well. Like they also focus on your mental health and whatnot. You can have like a
Sweet.
mental health off day.
Are you
Which is
serious?
dope as shit. I think I need one because I'm breaking
Wait,
down.
wait.
My Mercury is retrograded in Jupiter and Saturn, bro.
Saturn, that was the planet.
was Saturn. Now Saturn is Saturning.
It's Saturning. Dude, that's so great. No, I'm serious, because
Yeah.
I know most of the companies in Kenya
Yeah.
don't give you mental health day.
Bro, let me tell
Shout
you,
out.
I've always said I'm never going to work for an agency. And I told my boss this. I'm never going to work for an agency before. I've worked for, this is my third
Serially, I know.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is my fourth agency. And after my third one, which I quit after 4 months, I was like, I'm never doing this shit. Fuck this shit. I'm done.
She was even telling me, like, girl, don't get into agency.
do
Just
it.
keep doing radio.
I'm like, I'm going back to radio. I mean, there's not much money in radio, but I'm like, fuck this shit. Then it's been a discussion ongoing for a while with my boss. So once he was just like, thank God we finally got you. And I was just like, let's see. But once I settled in, I was just like, wow, I'd recommend this agency to everyone. Like, it's...
Yeah, I'm looking for a job.
Well, maybe I haven't gotten the heat of it, but
Yeah.
so far so good. I'm not doing badly. Also,
I think you'll always know the vibe when you walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll always know.
Also, the people are nice. I don't know about that.
All right, bad transition.
Bad
I feel like this is the
transition.
point. So, if let's say you were, this is just a random question, by the way. It's not coming from nowhere. Wait.
Okay.
So, in fact, I'll tell you a story about why I'm saying this.
And it's not coming from anywhere. Okay. Sorry. Go on.
Sorry. So, if let's say you were in an open relationship, okay, and you had to pick the third partner, what would your criteria be when you're like picking them? Let's say now me and you are dating and we need a third person, or not like we need a third person, but you need a second person, and I know I'm okay with that.
So we're in an open relationship.
Yeah.
And we're picking I'm picking.
You're picking your other guy.
I'm picking my other
But
guy.
your main guy knows about it, that you have another dude.
Hence, we're in an open relationship.
Exactly. So what's the criteria? Would you pick like someone who's the opposite of the man you're with, or similar, or like...
I don't know if you can necessarily say you'd be picking someone. I think it's based on who I'm attracted to. Because I mean, you can be attracted. I'm very aware of this. Don't listen to me because I'm toxic.
You're not toxic. You just know what you want.
Thank you. Come on. It needs to be actually, it does need to be a t-shirt. I saw that clip recently. I digress. I saw that clip, but it was nice. I don't think how do I put this? I don't think I'd be selecting the individual. I think I'd just be attracted to the individual. We also need to learn that people are generally attracted to other people even when they're in a relationship. Don't listen to me. I'm toxic.
Listen to Ashley. Listen to her.
Listen to me. People can be attracted to other people when they're in relationships, and it's very fine as long as you keep
keep it in your pants.
That rarely
Why are
happens.
you giggling there behind?
See, this is where you need a mic, huh? But I mean, I don't condone cheating. I just feel like it's inevitable. Am I digging my hole?
Yes,
I'm
you are.
really just. I feel like it's inevitable, and you need to be ready for that inevitability to happen. So I do agree with like open relationships, but I don't believe in selecting your partner. Like even the people that you're with, have you selected them? Or did they just stumble upon you? Majority of the niggas I've been with just stumbled into my life. Like, oops.
Fell into the
We're
coochie.
here now. Oops.
Fell into the coochie.
Why did...
Swam in the
Yeah,
coochie.
they really just... Oops, it wasn't
Slid
me. So that's my thought. I think you're just attracted to who you're attracted to.
Damn.
But they'd definitely be hotter than my
I
my
like
man.
that.
Oh, they'd probably be even less attractive than my... Oh my
No,
God.
guys, if you're cheating, make sure the guy or the person you're cheating on with, the other person is attractive.
Facts.
Otherwise, you can't cheat with a downgrade. That's just worse.
Even like mentally and
Yeah, like
intellectually and,
everywherely,
you know,
like just
physically.
An upgraded version.
Oof, yeah. Sometimes it doesn't work like that though, Nimrat.
Most of the time it does. Me,
Sometimes
I don't know.
it doesn't.
For me, it's
Sometimes
always...
you fall in love with like the geek who never talks to anyone and he's awkward and you're just like, oh.
If he's
you're
hot.
I'm not talking out of experience. No. But I like geeks. They're nice, okay. They're smart too. They teach you a lot of things.
That's what I'm saying. Teach
Also,
me
they're
some
good
physics.
lovers.
Teach me some physics.
Yeah.
Let's do
see?
some chemistry.
So it's an
Explore.
upgrade, but it's an upgraded downgrade?
That's an upgrade still.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, because it's something that the other guy didn't have. An intellect.
Come on. So yeah, that's my thoughts on
Now,
it.
I thought it's like, I'm looking at this, it's like the difference. It's crazy because I was thinking about it very practically. Not saying that yours are practically, but mine was more like, okay, I took it literally. If I was to pick, to select, I think I would select someone that's, I don't know, similar to me, like similar to my vibe, because let's say this is hypothetically, don't take clips to people.
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
So
I think there's a story there.
there's
Go
a
on.
lot of a story. But hypothetically, because the man I'm with right now is opposite to who I am as a personality.
Yeah.
He's that smart guy who doesn't talk to a lot of people, who doesn't throw it down, you know. He's a very like calm guy. So he's completely opposite career. So now for me, I would do the opposite thing now. I would look for somebody, I mean, not generally like, okay, these are your 10 options, select. But ideally, one of the things could be that person is more related to the interests that I have.
Oh, okay.
Like, so if I'm fire and that person is fire, I want to see how that works because I'm fire and this other person is water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, I want to know, okay, if I'm going through that experience, why not pick somebody or rather, you know, explore somebody who is related to the stuff that you do.
Do you find yourself attracted to people who are opposite majority of the time?
I thought so in the past, but as I don't know, right now I feel like I did want to see how it would be dating somebody similar to me. Because a lot of people say that gets boring, but then according to me, I think that becomes a bit easier because if they're like you or similar to your interests, it's also easy to maneuver around them.
Yeah.
Because they understand, especially for me, it's like the biggest challenge that I face is because my partner is not somebody who is from the media career and and obviously older than me. So he doesn't get some things that I do.
Yeah.
And then now if you think about it, if I had somebody in my industry, not necessarily a podcaster, but a singer, AP. I'm waiting.
Okay. Well, she's hinting at y'all. Okay.
Now, that's like an Indian singer who's so cute.
Oh.
Anyway, so.
Not in Kenya that you fancy?
Oh. Let me think about that. Okay, Max, if he wasn't Mjaluo.
Hey!
If he wasn't Mjaluo.
Does it matter?
Yeah, because.
Is he married?
Yeah, he is.
He's not? Does he have a
I thought
girlfriend?
he was married.
I know he's been on this chair. I mean, he can come back. Wait, does he have a girlfriend? Okay.
Let
I
us
can be
know.
your girlfriend, boo. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not joking. Okay. Go on. Oh, I got a little hot there.
I want
Get
to like,
that away from me.
but yeah, that's what I feel like. So if it was maybe like a singer or somebody who has an idea of the entertainment industry, I think it would make my life quite easy because if I need to do the certain things that I need to do, it's not a cause of an argument or an overreaction. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from.
But I feel like men kind of understand where you're no, why am I lying? But some men do understand like where you're coming from or where the significant others are coming from. Mainly if you're like in the entertainment industry, like you know there's certain things that you're gonna have to do. If you're an actress, I'm gonna make out with people and I'm gonna probably enjoy it, but you have to live with it. But yeah, just same as me when I was the previous agency, a lot of the events I used to do occupied my Fridays, Saturdays, sometimes Sundays.
Yes.
And at the time, I was in a relationship. Very first relationship. Ashley was a grown lady. And it did kind of like ruffled some feathers, but at some point it became like, I understand you have work and you got to do this. Like, we got to feed the babies, you know? Non-existent babies. So I think at some point they kind of understand that this is something that you have to do, and men understand that this is things.
No, but do you think it's gonna that understanding lasts a long way? Because if you think about it, just like any other human being, there's a bandwidth that you have. So for example, this person maybe in the first few, I'm talking now in a long-term relationship kind of a point of view, it might not be the same, but in the beginning it could be like, okay, I get it, but also it reaches a point where that person has also reached their bandwidth and they do require certain things from you and you don't give it to them. So that's when it starts now ruffling feathers all over again.
How I look at it, same as friendships. How I look at it, friendship, relationship, parenthood, whatever, you already know this person. Okay, well, not parenthood because you raised the child. But you get my gist.
Yeah.
You already know this person. When you're getting with them, when you're becoming their friends or when you're becoming their significant other, you already knew what kind of person this is. So don't expect me to change as we're going on or as time goes by so that I can suit your needs. Yes, some compromise is needed because in any relationship you have to compromise, but not consistently. Okay, I'm not going to consistently compromise because you knew what you were getting yourself
Especially
into.
when it comes to things like your job, I feel like there's certain things that you can't compromise with because at the end of the day, honey, unless you're paying all my bills, okay, I don't think you have an opinion about how much I work and how much time I choose to spend working.
True.
Because
very true.
At the end of the day, if I'm paying my own rent and on my own things, so if there are certain PR events, I know I'm not getting paid for them, but there's a reason why I'm going to them, right?
Yeah, networking.
Exactly. So if I'm going for such things, you need to just get onto the bandwagon.
Yeah. And also for like friendships, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm a terrible communicator when it comes to, my friends. Also, I just fixed a friendship that... It's so
You're
beautiful.
growing up every day.
I just fixed a friendship, and you know how wild it was. She thought that I was mad at her, and I was just like, I was the last person to text you.
Yeah.
And then every time I sent you like DMs on Instagram, you're so nonchalant, and I was just like, what the fuck? So I was like, let me give you your space, because like every time I'm the one who's consistently like trying to give you energy, but you haven't reached out. And she was just like, oh my God, I've missed you so much.
Aww.
I didn't realize that was happening. I'm sorry, I give you bad energy. I've gone through our text so many times. And I was just like, bitch, see, it was as easy as texting me. Because actually, so that was cute.
That's
but
really
anyway,
cute.
I'm a shit communicator. My friends know that.
Yeah.
But I will, if you text me, I will respond. If you call me, I will call you back. If it's your birthday, Nimrat is feeling salty because I looked at her phone ring today. Her phone...
Babe, let me tell you what happened. Okay, all right.
See, let me finish my point so then you can...
Me, I want to rant. Konini.
So know your friends and your relationships.
Know your friends. At this point, I don't even know who Ashley is. Just kidding. I know her. I just knew.
No.
Okay, low key. I'm not saying this to make you feel any type of way, but I knew you were not gonna pick up my phone. I was just trying my luck, to be honest. So I always get my coffee, all right? And today I walked into the studio early. I'm like, since I'm here early, let me get the coffee early.
Did you ask Byron as his friend?
Byron was where? Byron, do you drink coffee?
Duh.
Oh, shit.
Over here, leaving Byron out.
You're toxic. Get out of here. I'll give you context. Let me finish my rant before she distracts me. Wait.
It's called manipulation.
Full. So I'm like, sometimes when I get my coffee, I don't ask anyone, okay? Because I'm usually late and we have to interrupt this podcast a million times to collect my coffee.
Yes.
Today I decided, let me call Ash, see if she wants a coffee since I since I saw she was awake early. So I call her, she doesn't pick up. I'm like, okay, I need to order my coffee. Then I text her, would you like some coffee? No, thank you. I'm like, okay.
At least I responded.
Fine, thanks. But she didn't pick up my phone. That's the thing. So she's lying. She will never call you back. She'll text you back. That's for sure.
I was meeting her in less than an hour.
What if it was important? By the way, Ashley, I never call you unless it's important. Think about it.
I figured it was a coffee because when I looked at my phone, listen, I used logic, okay? I was in the shower. Personally, I was in the shower, okay? I was running late already because I needed to pass by my house first. I was at my folks' place. I was already running late. So I'm in the shower, like I'm doing quick, scrubber dub. I'm listening to my audiobook. This girl calls me, I look over. I'm saying Nimrat. I'm like, sis, I'm going to see you in the next hour. So I stood there because, when you're listening to something in the shower, you can't continue showering. It ruins the rhythm.
Sorry.
So I'm standing there, butt naked, with my hand on my waist, waiting for Nimrat's call to end.
I'm sorry.
Okay, back to the audiobook. Then when I was done, of course, the first thing I was going to do is call her back. But she had texted me.
Yeah.
So I just, no, thank you. Can you blame me?
She lies. She will not call you back.
He says he can't blame me.
Baron's obviously going to favor you because you just took his side like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did. Because that's not nice. Even Austin doesn't get coffee.
Austin already has his coffee before he gets here.
Says who?
Austin.
I gave him half my bun the last time. So he was hungry. Sorry.
Y'all need to send me your orders. Let me tell you, publicly on DST. Sawa, Austin, Byron, Ashley. I order coffee in the morning whenever I come to the studio. When we're discussing call time on the group, write your orders.
Okay, say less.
Good.
Say less. What if I don't want a coffee? What if I want lunch instead?
Honey, I only have a budget for coffee.
Oh, for all of us. Also, we talked about this coffee thing. Can you make your coffee in the house?
Yeah. I got a French press. Just buy me coffee beans, please.
I have coffee beans in my house. I'm going to give them to you. I don't use them because I don't need them.
Yes.
Because I use instant coffee. I'm cheap like that. Don't ear me. I have a coffee maker actually, but I don't use it because I'm not trying to clean that shit. Do you know how hard?
Instant coffee is
My instant coffee is really good.
Are we doing to plug them really?
No, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's gold. It's something gold.
Nescafe Gold?
I think it is.
It must be.
The one with
that's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Nescafe Gold is really good.
It's the only one I use, but that shit is expensive.
Because it's gold.
My God, I use like my auntie. This is a nice one.
Tell me.
My auntie yesterday comes to me in the middle of the night. I'm sleeping. Actually, I wasn't sleeping. I was watching TV. I've transformed the sitting room in my parents' house to be my room. Because my auntie is also sleeping in my room.
Oh, okay.
My mom is always like, come, let's sleep together. And I'm just like, no.
I can't sleep with my mom.
I don't like sleeping with people. I generally don't like sleeping with people unless you're inside me. But that's a different story.
You slept with me.
I didn't want to.
But you did.
But I didn't want to.
But you did.
I didn't have a choice.
I'm just going to be happy about that.
Everybody else was on the couches.
It's okay. I'm happy that you did.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, sometimes I have to because I have to. I do so because I have to. Also, I'm not going to kick you out of my house because there are no beds. Get the fuck out because I want to sleep in my own bed. Anyway, point is, my auntie randomly, I'm like watching TV, trying to like snuggle myself up in my little couch, walks in the like long ass t-shirt, and she goes like, let's talk about lip balms. I
love it.
Like,
so cute.
I love where this conversation is going, and I love that she came to me because I'm the queen of lip balms majority of the time.
Yes.
So she was telling me how, so she has a favorite. I'm not going to plug, but she has a favorite, and it's become so expensive. And I told her, Nora, everything, my auntie's called Nora. I'm like, Nora, everything has become expensive. And she's like, but lip balm? They're gonna do this to us with lip balm? So I'm like, buy Carmex, because I'm a very big Carmex fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, buy plug, but buy Carmex, buy the, not the stick, buy the tube.
That little two thingy.
Yeah, this is not a Carmex, but I'll tell you what's in here.
It's like the tin, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's in here. And she's like, how much is that shit? It's expensive.
To me, a rim is...
But it lasts long. That's why I use it majority of the time, because when you do one coat, then it's going to last you longer, and then you don't have to keep like applying and applying and applying. Yeah, speaking of which. Now, what's in this little baby? Okay. This right here is everybody's favorite product, Aramis.
Oh, I ruined the moment.
You really did.
I'm
I had like a
sorry.
whole whatever. So yeah, if you wanna lips to glisten like mine and Nimrat's.
I found a hack with the... I think everyone knows this, but in case I just spit, I'm sorry.
Not on the right things.
I know, right? I think...
We were so modest last week. I feel.
I know, I need to let it out.
Proceed.
I found a hack, like if you took the little can that you have and have Aramis in there, you just put like a little either...
Essential oil?
No. Just for a little color, like if you want to make it tinted, you can add a little of your eyeshadow powder in it, or you can add your favorite lipstick and just sort of like a little bit of your lipstick and just sort of mix it, and you get a nice little lip tint.
Lip tint. I used to actually make my own lip tints with it wasn't Carmex, it was something else.
Vaseline?
So I used to,
Vaseline,
the ones in the little containers. So what I used to do is I used to like chop my nude lipsticks, put it in there, and just like mix it in there. Byron is looking around like, really talking about lipsticks? Then just like mix it in there, and it becomes like a nice little color. Maybe mainly with like the tinted pink one.
Yeah.
Oh, it used
So
to
it's
look
like a nice
so...
natural nude.
Yeah. Then I dropped it in the club one day, and I went down because I was like upstairs in VIP. Then I went down to look for it because I was just like, I can't lose it.
Yeah.
I put too much work into this. Then I went to the car and blacked
And you
out
never
'cause
found it?
I was yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the amount of, by the way, if I could save every penny for every lip gloss I have lost.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'd be a millionaire right now.
I lost my Carmex the other day, and I'm so mad about it.
I lost my new lip gloss that I stole, and now this is another old one.
Isn't this karma? Like, be for
But they
real.
steal my lip glosses too. But since
Facts.
we're into this whole beauty talk, I feel like I needed to ask you, do you think beauty pageants still need to be a thing in 2023? Because I was having this discussion with Mandem last night, and he thinks, so stupid, but maybe he's not, I'm sorry, but...
Please bleep that. Like, whoa.
But like, he says...
I'd break up with you. Like,
He
on
tried
live,
to...
not live air. Wow. No, what?
He wanted to break up with me because the title of a podcast. That's a story
Which
for another
one?
day. Last week.
Sit as a friend. Sit on him as a friend. Sit on him.
Yeah.
As a friend was a really good podcast, but it's not what you think.
It's not
It is what you
actually.
think. Listen to it.
Where was I? Yeah, beauty pageants. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're talking about it. And he goes like, so I said that I don't think beauty pageants need to be a thing in 2023 because why do we still have a platform where women compete against each other, against westernized beauty standards to see who's the prettiest of them all, who's the fairest in this day and age? Why? He goes like, oh, but every competition needs to have standards. You can't have a plus size model winning Miss World. And I'm like, that's why that's why I said it's stupid.
Yeah, break up with him.
Discuss.
That's all I have to say. What?
2 minutes ago, she was like, he'd break up with me.
That's offensive.
So now this is where the story came from. I don't want to plug them, but we're having one of our very own Indian version in Nairobi. And the last winner, she was on a plus size. Okay. So like people of different body sizes compete over here. It's not necessarily like size 10, like Victoria's Secret or anything. It's just Miss thing. So every size competes. So the last winner was on the thick side, like thicker than me. Okay. She was plus size, literally. So this man there makes a comment that, oh yeah, anyway, the last winner didn't deserve to win because she was plus size. And I'm like, excuse me.
I don't want to be rude.
You see, that's why I got mad. So I'm like, this is how I argued my point. So I'm like, so you're trying to... So I said, maybe in your generation, because the way...
In your generation, he's a millennial.
That's what I'm saying, but he's like an older millennial. He's older than you.
Okay.
And you're a millennial.
I don't care.
But,
anyway, go on.
So I was like, if you think, I told him, I understand where you're coming from because you grew up in the Victoria's Secret era, all right? Jersey Shore era, and the whole vibe dems. I'm like, but if you go back into like maybe the 60s, you'd see these competitions had women of all sizes competing with stretch marks, cellulites, no fake titties, and the whole thing natural, basically. And then when Victoria's Secret came out, they were like, oh no, Victoria's Secret angels. And then that changed the whole modeling industry. And we know this for a fact, where models were expected to be a certain size, a certain weight, a certain thing, to the point that it became a very toxic industry.
Yes.
And then now flash forward to right now, I feel like there's a group of Gen Z that is quite changing the norms, where we're like, we need this inclusion.
Yes.
And I'm saying this inclusion is not because the plus size people feel left out, but because the whole concept of modeling is shit. Because if you take it back to what a model is you representing something, clothing, people.
Yes.
And a certain one size model is not a representation of all the women. So that's what I told him, that it's the inclusion. So for him, his angle is, and then it doesn't end there. He's like, it's like saying the Olympics shouldn't have a rule. I'm like, but they're being judged on their skill level, not because they're not looking a certain size. So I was like, really pissed.
Let me not ruin your relationship on the podcast.
Like, I was like really mad. That's why I said it's really stupid when I started. And I was like, let me take this on the pod because
Don't
I
leave
just
that.
think...
Leave it there.
Because like I just don't think the whole concept of pageants need to be there. And if they are there, can we just have normal looking women who are able to compete?
See, I'm fine with the idea of pageants being there.
Yeah.
You just know if you don't belong, you don't belong. Well and good. Right? Also, it's a money maker. So I understand it kind of provides some sense of, security or job. It provides jobs in societies and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right? I'm fine with them being there. What I'm not fine with, and I understand, yes, there are competitions for plus size women. There are competitions for the smaller ladies. There are competitions that can incorporate each and every one. And I agree. Competitions should probably incorporate all body sizes so that it can, it covers all spectrums, not just one specific. Because if we're talking about a beauty pageant, it's beauty.
Yes.
Are you trying to tell me you're negating beauty based on my weight or based on my curves?
That's exactly what he said.
Well and good. That has been the norm. We can change it up because we have plus size women who are models who are doing so much better than even your top 5 models who are Kina Naomi Campbell, the late, what's her name? I don't remember their names, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They're doing so much better than them. This all kicked off with Ashley Graham. And after that, the plus size women in the plus size modeling world blew up. And it's doing so much better. And you'll realize there is actually a lot of business and a lot of money in that industry. People just haven't kind of dived into it. And it's sad to see because it's almost like plus size women don't need clothes.
Yep. That's what they try to do.
Yeah, it's like it's a perception of plus size women can't wear certain things. Plus size women can't shop in specific places. Even I remember there was a documentary about Urban Abercrombie. What's this pants that they do? Abercrombie, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. There was a whole documentary about you have to look a certain way if you want to model for this specific, what is it called? This specific fashion houses or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's changing. Yeah. It's actually changing visibly. We even have in Kenya, we have like the Bishikos who are so great at what they do. I get my outfit selections from, this babes.
Yeah.
Because they actually show you that you can wear anything as a plus size woman. So yes, your boyfriend is a little dumb. Let me not say a little, but is. Yep. Sorry, boyfriend, but I'm not going to stand in your wedding if you get married to her. Because
I was shooketh. I couldn't believe it.
I liked you, but now I don't think I like you as much.
Because now people be like, Nimra, why you bring your dirty laundry on the DST?
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's
for
the thing.
sure you did.
I did, but I'm like, this is where I wash my laundry.
Oh, no, not all of it. Not with your boyfriend.
No,
Does he listen to this?
I
still like you.
Let me tell you, since I'm ranting, I really don't care if he sees this. But
stop.
Point is, he said that last week. Remember the story I was telling about sit on him as a friend?
Yeah.
He got mad about the title. I wouldn't give you all the context, but he got mad about the title. And I'm like, fam, so he sends the whole rant. I'm like, okay. I'm like a dude, by the way. I'm not going to entertain bullshit.
You're like a woman. You're not like a dude. You're a woman.
Okay.
Who does not entertain bullshit.
That too. So I put like, I like that. It took a while to click.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
not a dude.
I just sent like 3 lines and go like, please watch the podcast and then we can have a discussion. Now, let me tell you what he said. Later, imagine it fika the point where I had to send him the clip myself. Irrelevant. He said that I'm not going to go through a 40-minute episode of something that I'm not interested in to see what you have to say. Rather, I'd rather have you explain yourself.
So much for support, boyfriend.
Be me, I'm telling you, my planets are retrograding. At this point, I don't really bring my bullshit, but I feel like I need somebody to talk to.
Oh, I feel you.
And Andy won't give me the answers. I try to talk to him. I swear I try to talk to him.
Andy never gives you answers.
He never gives me answers. And I'm like, why am I doing this? I had to mention that so that Andy's going to watch it and he knows.
Of course he's going to watch it.
He didn't give me the answers. I'm just like...
Anyway, point here is...
It's sad.
Stop assuming, support your girlfriend. And
size women are beautiful. Every woman is beautiful. Even if you're size 0, size 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 50.
Get context before you start going off on your girlfriend.
Exactly.
Listen.
Use your brain.
It's a wrap?
It's a wrap?
How long have you been going for?
One more thing.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Can we do one really quickly?
Yeah.
TikTok ban.
Yo. What?
So that we just wrap it up.
My mind is just all over the place today. My bad. TikTok ban. Who is it? Who is that person?
So anyway, some CEO goes to parliament.
Not CEO, it was a CS or some shit like that.
CEO went to the CS.
Oh, to the CS.
Yes,
okay,
like this
go
is
on.
A common mwananchi who's a CEO.
Yes.
Akona mudomo ameenda kwa CS akasema, oh, petition to ban TikTok. And I'm like, with all the kind of problems that we have in this country, okay.
Be for fucking real.
First of all, unemployment rate has, I gotta advocate for this shit because we're in this space, sour. Unemployment rate has been the highest since, I don't know, God knows when, since independence. Now, the small money guys are earning by posting a business, I get my 2 Gs, nimekula lunch, I've bought airtime, and you come in after that kind of a hustle. And let me tell you why it's so stupid. You see what the logic is? There's sexual content and children.
The late night TikToks.
And children are not performing well in school because of TikTok.
How is that a TikTok problem?
Don't give your children phones, bloody hell. If you want them to perform in school and social media is affecting their life, don't give them phones.
Also, if you look at it, majority of the information I personally get, true or false, is from TikTok. I'm educated heavily on TikTok. So maybe your child is just not looking at the right things. Maybe you need to teach your child how to fix the algorithm.
Exactly.
Or you fix it for them. Also, that's still not a TikTok problem because why does your child have TikTok in the first place?
Exactly.
Doesn't TikTok
Period.
have a cutoff for
18.
age? Exactly.
So if you're under 18, why does your child have TikTok? Why do they have Instagram? All social media apps say 18.
And if
there's a terms and condition page.
Yes.
So what are they doing? I feel like parents, I'm sorry, I'm not a parent. If you don't like me, that's your problem. But I feel like parents
said fuck them kids and fuck them parents too.
Like parents are lazy these days. You're gonna blame every other thing for your child's problem but yourself. Because if you think about it, there are ways you can talk to your child. I'm not saying close them in a closet, but if you are spending enough time with this person and developing a connection, I'm sure you're going to be able to guide them through these times.
I was having this conversation with my auntie actually, and
Yeah.
we were talking about how the issue is like majority of parents just think children need to go to playgrounds. No, just learn how to stimulate your child's brain. It's as easy as that. Give them a puzzle, give them a word book, give them a toy that has, that says random things. Yeah, give them blocks that they can play with, and it's numbers. There's so many ways to stimulate your child's mind other than taking them to the playground to play consistently. Children are the easiest people to hack. Firstly, ignore them when they're crying and they're don't listen to me. I'm not a parent.
That's what I said. Parents
don't listen to me. But I think there's so many ways to stimulate children's minds because they are so smart. Like it's as simple as showing them that there are other activities to do that are fun.
And the
They
only
don't
way
have
they'll
to
be
stick on the
able to
phone.
do it is if you actively are involved with them.
Fact.
Because I honestly think, yes, both parents go to work, but then it's all about the time that you have, the 1 hour a day. Are you giving the full attention? Or are you out
Utilizing.
here vlogging your child trying to earn influence? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, but the parents who do a really good job at it, like they still pay attention to the kids
Yeah.
as they do the influencing job.
But
Listen,
let's talk about this, like just to wrap it up, I feel like TikTok could be regulated, if anything. Content regulation. That's the easiest way to solve this problem.
Solve what problem? Why the hell are you banning TikTok in the first place? Figure out our economy first. Figure out our rate of employment first. Figure out how children are going to eat, which Sakaja is doing, which is really great. Shout out to you,
Sax.
Sakaja.
Plus, he's so cute.
You're
Oh my God.
so cute.
He's killing me with those vlogs. Kwanzaa, let me tell you, Sakaja's Instagram
us.
is finishing me, bro. He is the modern day influencer, and you
Honey.
can't tell me shit because damn that man.
Damn, that man. Oh, this moved very quickly from being mad at TikTok to being very happy because of
government
Sakaja.
to loving Sakaja.
But no, point is, TikTok is the least of your problems right now.
Yes, sir.
Focus on bigger things, okay?
Yes, sir.
And on that, I want to go focus on bigger things too. So, no, this is the biggest thing that I have. Let me, bye.
Bye, guys.